Here are a few Pilates exercises that you can do for homework. These are things that you can do every other day. You do between 10 and 12 repetitions of each move, and these are for postnatal Pilates, so you shouldn't have to do any modifications. Just remember that every time you do the exercise, you want to focus on making sure that your low back, that your entire spine is on the mat if you're on the mat, and you tilt your pelvis under so that when you lay down, you tilt that pelvis under and make sure that the back is very flat on the mat. If the back is not flat on the mat, you place your hands under your fanny in a nice little diamond at the base of the spine there, and that'll help you rotate the pelvis upwards. Okay? So the first is the roll up. Extend our legs just about as wide as the mat. Sit up straight and tall, hands out in front of you. Roll down onto the mat. Good. Bring the knees up to a bent position, and then we just reach up. 1, 2, 3, and continue going 10 times, reaching up as high as you can. Okay? The second one that you want to work on is the single leg stretch. So we're going to lay it all the way down on the mat. Make sure the pelvis is tilted under. Again, if you have to place your hands under the pelvis, you can to tilt it up. Squeeze, extend the left leg straight and flex the foot. Squeeze that right knee into you as tightly as you can. If you're comfortable raising head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat, you can do that. If you're comfortable grasping your leg, you can, as long as the back is flat on the mat. Extend the right leg and the left and the right and left, squeezing up as high as you can. Draw both knees in, come down flat on the mat. Good. Keeping both shoulders down. Again, if you have to keep your hands under your fanny to rotate the pelvis up for double leg stretch, extend the legs out and in, out and in. Low back is flat on the mat. All right, shoulders are open. The corkscrew, extend the legs to the ceiling. Drive the arms into the mat, the shoulders back. Again, the back is very flat on the mat. 10 circles to the right and 10 circles to the left. Draw the knees in, place the feet on the mat. Low back is very flat on the mat. Walk your hands down so that you're reaching towards your feet. Bring the knees very closely together. You can squeeze them together, and if you have a small rubber ball, you can squeeze the ball between your knees as well. Tilt the pelvis up and under so that the back is flat. Squeeze the glutes. Bring the pelvis up, arching through the back, opening the chest. Hold here for about 20 seconds. You can also then pulse it 10 times. Good. Let yourself come on down and relax. Squeeze the pelvis again, lift up. Extend the right leg. Lift and back down. Bend the knee. Squeeze the left leg, lift, and back down. If that causes any pain in your lower back, don't lift, just extend, squeezing the knees together. Keep that pelvis up as high as you can, and extend, lift together again. Bring the hips back down. Slowly bring yourself back up to seating on the mat. Scoot all the way back to the mat, and this is that single kick, or this is the kick series that we did the other night. So you get yourself lined up very straight along the back side of the mat. Come on down, place your head in your hands, squeeze the abdominals, make sure the hips are stacked, swing the legs to the front corner of the mat, place your hand on the mat to support yourself, being sure to keep your your shoulder open and your hips stacked high. Lift that leg, drive the bottom leg into the mat, squeezing the thigh, kicks forward and back and forward and back. Notice that my leg is running parallel to the floor, and that you'll note that I'm squeezing my glutes and driving my right leg and my bottom leg into the mat. So we'll do that 10 to 12 times, bring it back to center. Lift it up about 12 inches and back down and up and down. Then small circles, kicking through the heel, painting a circle on the wall away from you. And then reverse, squeezing the glutes again. Good. Take that top leg, cross it over, place it on the mat, holding onto it with your opposite hand, lift that bottom leg up, pulse it 10 to 12 times for an adductor exercise, then little circles to the front and little circles to the back. Okay? Place your leg down, roll over onto your belly. And the last little exercise that you can do just as a regular kind of abdominal core exercises to work on your spine, your erector spinae, or spinal muscles. So you lay down on the mat, squeeze your abdominals very tight, tilt the pelvis under so you're driving that pubic bone into the mat and lifting the hip bones up. Arms out straight in front of you, squeezing the legs together, lift everything off of the mat and then flutter for 20 seconds. Come back down, relax everything. Squeeze the abdominals, tilt the hips under, squeeze the legs together, arms overhead, and flutter again. Squeezing for 20 seconds. Come back down, relax. Push yourself back down into child's pose with your feet, or with your knees just a little bit wider than your hips. And allow yourself to rest down in child's pose. And relax there for about 5 deep breaths. That would be a good exercise for you to do in between. Thanks, have a good weekend.